Hey guys, it's Rokola here. The Black Diablos weekend is here, and if you are planning to hunt down these feisty monsters, it might be worth taking a deeper look at things that can be useful in the battle. Let's start with the basics. Black Diablos is weak to ice and paralysis, so it will be extremely helpful if you have these elemental weapons available to use. Black Diablos' breakable parts are the same as Diablos, namely their back, left horn, right horn, and tail. Apart from those breakable parts, Diablos' chest is also a weakness. Note that Diablos' head is only weak to blunt attack, so if you are slashing it using sword and shield, you will notice that they are not super effective. After getting knocked out hundreds of times by Diablos, I have come up with a personal strategy to deal with them. When my weapon is strong enough to take down Diablos, I would lock on the head. The reason for that is because I know I would be able to break the first horn quickly enough and then follow up with spamming attacks to eventually break the second horn plus defeat it at the same time. On the other hand, if my damage output can just barely take it down, then I will immediately lock on the chest to make sure that I can defeat it in time. Hitting the head might help to break the horns, but if you are not dealing enough damage, then that's not going to help. This applies to Black Diablos too, obviously. From my experience fighting Black Diablos so far, it definitely has a lot more HP compared to Diablos. It feels to me as if Black Diablos has an additional star compared to Diablos, meaning that a 5-star Black Diablos is as strong as a 6-star Diablos. Getting to know their attacking pattern is important. Diablos usually would start with a couple of head swings and then charge or tail attack depending on where you are hitting it. It would then start digging into the ground after those attacks. Black Diablos is a lot more aggressive. She could start digging early in the battle without even throwing a single attack. And unlike Diablos, Black Diablos has two burrowing styles. The first one, she would furiously dig in and then shoot out from the ground like a missile. She is so aggressive that you are just wasting your time trying to chase her. So instead, let her come to you. It works out better that way in my experience. Black Diablos is an aggressive lady. Don't chase her, let her come to you. Rokola 2023. Also, she would chain her burrowing attacks. If her first burrowing attack is the aggressive missile, then she is going to dig in again for another one. The next one is going to be the familiar ambush attack that is usually seen with Diablos. Black Diablos also has her own super aggressive charging attack. In this style, she would kick her back legs a few times before rushing forward. Really, the biggest challenge dealing with her is the fact that she's hard to reach, and that means getting less time to actually beat her before the timer runs out. So those are Black Diablos' unique attacking moves. Other than that, she also possesses some standard Diablos attacks such as the double head swings, front and side charges, and double tail swings. Overall, I would say fighting Black Diablos isn't all that different to fighting Diablos. It might sound obvious, but it really comes down to your damage output. Being able to beat her quickly by breaking horns is so much better than having to play hide and seek with her over an extended period of time. Okay, so that's the part about fighting Black Diablos. The next question is, should you farm hard on Black Diablos? As I briefly mentioned in the Diablos Week event video, you may not have to for several reasons. Diablos and Black Diablos weapons are hard-hitting non-elemental weapons. They deal a lot of raw damage, but again they are non-elemental, and when fighting high-tier monsters, they can get outperformed by the elemental weapons. And then the next consideration is that in terms of weapons, Diablos and Black Diablos materials currently can only forge hammers or bows. So obviously if you don't use those weapons, then you won't really need the materials. In terms of equipment, it depends on your playstyle. Diablos equipment mainly focuses on a few skills: Heroics, Slugger, and Path Breaker. Heroics increases your attack power when your health drops to 29% or lower. In other words, your attack increases only when your HP is red. Slugger increases your stun power. Path Breaker increases path damage accumulated on breakable paths. This means that the skill makes it easier to break monster paths. It doesn't increase your attacking power. Black Diablos equipment mainly focuses on Heroics and Resentment. Resentment skill increases your attack power for 15 seconds when you're taking damage. If you don't get hit, then this skill will never get activated. So as you can see, Black Diablo's equipment mainly focuses on skills that help increase your attack when you are getting hit, which can be very helpful if you have high defense and are dealing with strong monsters. Personally, I'm aiming to forge the Black Diablo's helmet for the skill Pathbreaker level 2. Otherwise, I won't be crafting anything else from it. Having this knowledge helps because I would be able to enjoy the event without worrying too much about farming. But of course, that is just me. From the video comments, I know that some of you guys are excited about forging Black Diablo's weapon or equipment, and I think that's fantastic. I'm happy to see you guys are enthusiastic about it, and I wish you guys good luck in getting all the materials you need this weekend. To end this video, I'll leave some Black Diablos battles here along with the build that I use so you can get a gauge for yourself on how things might work out for you. I'm only able to use Ice, Sword and Shield Grade 6 Level 5, so that's quite unfortunate because I just couldn't get enough Legiana plates to level up to Grade 7. To be honest, I really wish I had Grade 7 Ice SNS since they would have helped hunting down Black Diablos a lot easier. But it is what it is, I will get there eventually. Or maybe not, I will probably end up using dual blades instead. Anyway, that is all from me. I really hope you find this information helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think about everything discussed in this video. I would love to know your thoughts. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps the channel to grow, and you should know that your support is very much appreciated. As always, thanks for watching. Have fun and have a nice day.